We have some updates on Ronda Rousey's WWE future, what Riddle is saying about a match with Brock Lesnar, the next big WWE debut, and much more. Let's start things off with this update for Ronda Rousey. Ronda made her huge return to WWE after 3 years, when she made a surprise appearance at the Royal Rumble. Not only did she return during that match, she also won that match, booking her an instant ticket into the main event of WrestleMania. Ronda made her WrestleMania decision almost instantly and selected Charlotte Flair. Fans who were hoping to see Becky versus Ronda at WrestleMania were a bit disappointed with Ronda's decision. But according to reports, WWE may be saving Ronda versus Becky for WrestleMania 39, so there's still a chance we'll see that matchup. But for now, Ronda Rousey is being featured on SmackDown and will face against Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. Ronda has had a great road to WrestleMania so far. She even had a side story with Sonya Deville that's sort of acting like a filler feud until WrestleMania. But a question that some fans are asking is about Ronda Rousey's status post-WrestleMania. As everyone is well aware of, big stars will stick around for WrestleMania season and WrestleMania itself. But after the big event, those big stars usually take some time off. So Ronda Rousey was one of those big superstars in question. Is she just around for WrestleMania season, or will she be sticking around in WWE even after WrestleMania? Well, fans asked the question directly to Ronda Rousey during a recent stream, and Ronda responded by confirming that she will be sticking around long after WrestleMania. She even joked that she's not having a baby number 2 anytime soon, so she'll be sticking around WWE until then. So that's some great confirmation from Ronda Rousey herself. It won't be like WrestleMania 35 where she loses and goes on hiatus. It appears that win or lose, she'll be sticking around after this year's WrestleMania. So speaking of that match, let's get into some predictions for Night 1's main event at WrestleMania 38. Now, this match could very well go either way. You have two of the most dominant women in WWE. They both have a strong case to come out of this match as the winner. Obviously, the bright lights of the WrestleMania main event won't bother them either because they've been there before, because this will be Charlotte and Ronda's second WrestleMania main event. So the both of them have experience in that field. But if we're talking favorites to win the match, you could argue that Ronda Rousey is definitely the favorite. Charlotte has been champion since last year's SummerSlam. You have Ronda Rousey back in WrestleMania for the first time in 3 years. It just feels like this is a moment for Ronda Rousey. She wins the SmackDown Women's title, avenges her loss from her last WrestleMania appearance, and continues to be a big attraction for SmackDown as the brand's women's champion. If Charlotte Flair retains the title, that'll likely be the more shocking and surprising route for sure, because everyone sort of expects Ronda to come out of this match victorious. So we'll see what continues to unfold there in the Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair storyline. A big WWE main roster debut could be on the way, this superstar in question being NXT's Bron Breakker. Now, everyone has their mixed feelings on this new version of NXT. Some fans really enjoy the new version. Some fans miss Triple H's version. But one thing that everyone can agree on in the new version of NXT is the arrival of Bron Breakker. Bron stepped into the scene and has been instantly rising up the rankings and becoming the face of the new NXT. He had a quick rise to stardom, and within a few months of his NXT debut, he is already holding the NXT World title over his head. Bron even made his Raw debut recently during a tag team match. Fans do have a bit of PTSD and still haven't recovered from the last time we saw an NXT World Champion debut on Raw. That debut was, of course, Karrion Kross. He lost his first match on Raw as NXT World Champion, and that was pretty much it. As everyone knows, he was never able to recover from that. So a lot of fans questioned why Bron Breakker was debuting on Raw so soon. And it appears that that explanation is that he was on Raw as basically an advertisement for NXT, and to get more fans to see that NXT's world title match that was going down that following night on Tuesday. And less than 24 hours later, after that debut on Raw, Bron Breakker lost the NXT world title to Dolph Ziggler, which everyone agrees was quite the unexpected outcome for the match. So now, when it comes to Bron Breakker in this very moment of time, there's one of two options that they could take him in. He's either going to elevate his NXT stardom even more by defeating Dolph Ziggler and becoming a two-time NXT World Champion, or maybe they're so blown away by Bron Breakker that he could be coming to the main roster in the immediate future, so that's still up in the air. Bron is only 24 years old, so that makes him one of the youngest WWE superstars on the entire roster. So even if they decide to keep him in NXT for a few more years, he's still going to be young, but even more experienced for when it comes to the main roster. So Bron appears to be well on his way of becoming WWE's next big star. Definitely don't fall asleep on him. Back at Royal Rumble 2020, one of the biggest stories of the night was the confrontation going down between Riddle and Brock Lesnar. Riddle was going on in interviews and on social media about how badly he wanted a match with Brock Lesnar, and how he was going to retire Brock Lesnar. This went on for a long time. So at Royal Rumble 2020, Brock Lesnar confronted Riddle and reportedly told him to knock it off because they'll never work together. Riddle would go on to confirm that entire story during an interview with TalkSport. He said that he was approached by Heyman and Brock Lesnar, and they told him there's no chance they'll ever be working together. Ironically enough, Riddle and Brock Lesnar crossed paths very briefly during early 2022. Riddle received a beatdown from Brock Lesnar during the Royal Rumble 2022 during the closing moments of the match. Then they once crossed paths at Elimination Chamber where Riddle received an F5 from Brock. Riddle even quoted him getting an F5 from Brock and said, "Look at us now. Never say never, bro." Which is of course a reference to when Brock told Riddle they'll never work together. Fast forward to present day, and Riddle is now saying that his next goal is to get to that singles match with Brock Lesnar. While speaking with Adam's Apple, Riddle was asked about dream opponents that he still wants in WWE, and had this to say, quote, "I would really like the one-on-one match with, Brock. That would be good. But there's a lot of talent out there. You have the Edges, me and Randy are partners. You never know, we might wrestle one day. There's a lot," end quote. So that's a big dream of opponents for Riddle. He's thinking Edge, Randy Orton, and of course Brock Lesnar. Riddle should definitely get that match again with Randy Orton once they split down the road. But it'll be interesting to see if he does ever get those matches with Brock Lesnar or Edge. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.